Well, I decided I'm going to sell this Jeep, and that's going to be an automotive adventure in itself. The reason I'm going to sell it is really goes back to the original reason I bought it. I bought the wrong Jeep, honestly. So I have here, this is a chassis to a 59 CJ, and the axle's been rebuilt, the brake's been redone, the guy sandblasted and painted the frame, and my goal was to build a custom CJ6 on this chassis, and I still want to do that. So I had hunted for the most rust-free CJ6 I could find, and the M170 is the military version of that. And this was a relatively low-rust vehicle. The thing is, it's not really what I want. It's a military vehicle, which is super cool, but I'm not trying to restore a military vehicle. So it has all these unique military elements to it that I would either have to get rid of, kind of change back to civilian, or leave, and then they become conversation piece and people ask, what is that thing? And then secondly, if there are military enthusiasts out there that want to restore a military ambulance, I don't want to destroy one in the process, just out of respect for vehicles, because these are really super cool and they're low volume. So I'm going to show you here the video I made for Facebook Marketplace. You get to post like a 1-minute video. So this will explain some of the unique features, so check it out. Own a piece of history with this 1954 Willys M170 military ambulance. It does start and run. M170 is the longer wheelbase, which became the civilian CJ6. Unique military elements include the setback headlamps, blacked out turn signals, a port which had connections to jumpstart one military vehicle to another, blacked out turn signals, holes in the tailgate for stretchers, unique blacked out tail lamps. M170 included a unique gauge cluster, connections for radio. Also on the driver's side, frame of the vehicle is solid. Which has been repaired here. And I have a Michigan title in my name. It's time for you to own. The body is detached from the frame right now as part of the... My total investment in the vehicle is just over $3,000. I paid $2,000 for it, plus $999 to get it and legalize it. That was the trailer rental and the gasoline, then the appraisal, the surety bond, and the titling of the vehicle. And I did pay, I don't know, $30 between the fuel pump and the starter relay. So just call it $3,000. I'm going to list it for $5,000. I'd really like to get 4. I'd settle for $3,500. I would even settle for breaking even, but I won't take anything less. But I always go high. I've never met anybody who negotiates me up. They always negotiate down. So I'll start high and see where we go. I think having the title is going to make it more attractive to buyers. So we'll see where we go. Here's my ad with my video, and I have a lot of pictures. I always like to make sure I give potential buyers really good idea what they're looking at, and I give really good descriptions, so that way by the time you look at my ad and you read my description, the only thing we have left to talk about is, do you want it and when do you want to come look at it? But I've had it up for almost a week now, and I've only had 3 people contact me. One was a spam contact asking me to donate it. Second one was a guy telling me he has one like it. And the third was a guy who offered me $2,500. And he said he's really looking for a CJ6. And I said, I really want a CJ6 too. So he said he wasn't really interested in spending this much. So, well, I wasn't getting much traction at $5,000. So I lowered my price to $4,000. Still didn't get much interest there. So I lowered it to $3,500 and finally started getting some action. There's a guy actually coming over tonight to look at it. Oh, you hear that? He brought a trailer. That's a good sign. Might be selling this thing tonight. Go out there and see him. No dice. He's in the same boat I'm in, that he really didn't want a military Jeep. He wants to build a CJ6. And so he thought, well, maybe this would work. But he did a better job at walking away than I did. So he walked away, and so we're back in the sales. So I have good news. The guy who stopped by a couple of days ago and talked himself out of the Jeep, talked himself back into the Jeep. So he contacted me on Messenger and said, man, I've been thinking about this Jeep nonstop. I think it will work. I think I need to have it. So we went back and forth, and I said to him, I offered it at a lower price. I said, if I offered it for $2,750, would that seal the deal? And he said, yeah, that'd be great. So what that means for me is I'm actually going to lose money on the Jeep. I'm going to lose $250, which I hate losing money on a sale. But part of that, my total expense includes, the titling process and the getting the surety bond and the appraisal, which was like $300, $400, $500, $600 to do all that. So if I chalk up a $250 loss on the sale to lesson learned, I can live with that, and then I can move on to a new project. So I'm just sitting here waiting to hear the trailer. I'll hear him coming, and then I'll go down and finalize the deal. So I'm here with Corey, and he's here to pick up the Jeep. So I'm so excited you're buying it.
Well, I'm pretty excited to buy it. Like we discussed earlier, I'm really looking for a CJ6, but I feel like I can do what I'm wanting to do with this.
Yeah, I felt the same way. I really want a CJ6, and but I fell in love with this. The thing I like about this is very low rust. I mean, I don't know if you've been looking for a CJ for a while.
Oh yeah, unless you get a fiberglass one, they're full of rust, and you're working on that more than you're working on the Jeep.
Yep. Well, I'm super excited. I hope maybe you send me some pictures and show me the progress along the way.
Well, I definitely can do that. Looking to make this into a daily driver. That's what I'm looking to do.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cool.
I don't know. I have this goal that I want to do about a year driving this every day.
That would be really cool.
That's my plan.
Oh, man, now I'm inspired.
Well, we're going to see if we can do it.
All right, sounds good. And there it goes. Well, they say nature abhors a vacuum, meaning when there's an empty space, nature wants to fill it. And that's my nature, is to fill this empty space with what's next.